One of the most interesting cultures in the Star Wars universe is that of the Mandalorians. With a strict upbringing and loose guidelines as to who could be a Mandalorian, it is a great honor to be accepted into their ranks. But what does it take to be a Mandalorian? When is a Mandalorian an adult? Today on Star Wars Fanatic. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date when I release new videos. Also, hit the like button to show some love for what I do here and share the video as well. Let's see where we can take this channel. To be a Mandalorian is simple. Follow the creed. Even though Mandalorian society was made up of mostly humans, it was not a requirement. Any species could be a Mandalorian. It was rare to see a non-human, but it did happen. As a side note, there is also nothing stating a clone cannot be a Mandalorian. There are a couple different ways to become a Mandalorian, but I will focus on the foundlings. A foundling is a child who has been separated from their family, usually by war or death, that a Mandalorian has found. It is the duty of the adult Mandalorian to take the child or children into their clan and teach them their ways and their creed. This is just as we have seen in The Mandalorian when Din Djarin was found by Clan Vizsla, after his parents had been killed by battle droids during the Clone Wars. After the child is found and taken in, the child is raised in Mandalorian traditions, taught the creed and the Mandalorian social and political structure. They are expected to live as Mandalorians until either their family is found or they can come to age to decide for themselves whether they want to continue that way of life. During their youth, they are taught skills such as fighting, as war has been a founding piece of the Mandalorian culture, farming, weapons, language, and a strict honor code that would keep them on the border of hero and villain. When a foundling reaches the age of 13, they are able to decide if they want to continue being a Mandalorian or go their separate way to find their own place in the galaxy. The age of 13 is when a Mandalorian male is considered a man. If they decide to remain in the Mandalorian society and culture, they are often gifted the tools they will need to be a successful member of their society. The weapons, the armor, and possibly even a ship are among the things they receive. Once they reach adulthood, of course. At this time, they are to remain a Mandalorian. They are to act like a Mandalorian adult, follow the creed, and stick with their strict honor code. Once they decide if they want to stay, after reaching the age of 13, they could choose a wide array of functions. Working in the family farm, becoming a protector of the house and clan leaders and the Mandalorian way of life, becoming a bounty hunter. A lot of Mandalorians have chose this profession. But a cornerstone to the continuation of the Mandalorian way of life was the responsibility to train the next generation, whether it be a blood-born child or another foundling. We have seen at least 3 instances of Mandalorian foundlings in canon, and a possible 4th, depending how you view it. I will list them out in the order from most recent to oldest, with the questionable foundling as last. That's right, number 1 is the child Grogu. The lovable green child of the same species as Yoda was originally a bounty of Din Djarin's. He was hired to find the child and return him to the Imperial Remnant. When his own moral code would not allow him to leave the child to be experimented on, he rescued Grogu and took him with him. Din Djarin's covert leader told him it was now his responsibility to care for the child. They were a clan of 2, Clan Mudhorn. It was also his responsibility to find the Jedi. It would be determined if the child would return with the Jedi or remain in the Mandalorian's care. Number 2, Din Djarin. As his village was being attacked by battle droids during the Clone Wars, his parents were killed just as they got him to safety. The fighting stopped, and a Mandalorian of Clan Vizsla pulled him from his hiding place and took him in. Din Djarin was raised in House and Clan Vizsla and indoctrinated into the organization called the Children of the Watch. He was taught their ways and given the choice to remain once he reached adulthood. He chose to stay and took on the bounty hunting profession. Number 3. Jango Fett, Clan Fett were farmers on Concord Dawn. They were attacked by Deathwatch, and Django and his sister were the only survivors. Django's sister was taken by Deathwatch and forced to become an assassin. Django was found by Jaster Muriel and taken in as a true Mandalorian foundling. When he reached adulthood, he stayed in the Mandalorian Society and became a true Mandalorian warrior. When Deathwatch attacked again, this time with the help of the Jedi, Django's house was all but wiped out. His mentor, Jaster Muriel, was dead, and most of his people were gone or scattered into exile. Django then took up bounty hunting as he was seen as an outcast by some members of the Mandalorian Society. So, number 4 is the questionable foundling. Of course, you knew I would bring up Boba Fett. I mean, I'm talking about Mandalorians. Although he wasn't found by Jango Fett, but rather created using his DNA, he was still not a natural-born Mandalorian child. It wasn't a conventional childbirth, and Boba was raised by someone who wasn't his natural-born father. It was more like Jango Fett was raising himself. Boba Fett was taught the ways of the Mandalorian and bounty hunting by his father. He was taught the moral code of each as well. When Boba Fett was 12 years old, Jango was killed by a Jedi, Mace Windu. Boba Fett took the armor and ship of his father and continued his father's way of life. It was his father's wishes that Boba became the tool of vengeance in restoring the Fett name and that of the true Mandalorians. We have yet to see how that will play out, though. Hopefully, we'll get something out of it in the book of Boba Fett. So that's my list of the known canon foundlings in the Mandalorian Society. The thing to remember is that 13 was the age of becoming an adult. Boba Fett was 12 when he was forced to make the decision. I'd say that's pretty close. We don't know that he made the decision to be a Mandalorian yet, but we know he carries Jango's code of honor and wears his armor proudly. He was even repainted it with the Journeyman Protector's badge on his chest to honor his father and Jaster Muriel, and the Mythosaur skull on his shoulder to symbolize a Mandalorian. What do you think? Would you have chosen to be a Mandalorian when the time came? Do you know of any other foundlings in canon? Let me know in the comments below. And also, I want to give a shout out to one of my viewers. It's Jemix, Jemix. He was really crucial in helping me put this one together, and thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out and turn on notifications to be up to date when I release new content. Hit the thumbs up and share the video as well. I hope everyone has a safe and happy new year. 2021 is going to rock. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.